Good evening, I'm Tambry Lane.
And I'm Brian Latham. Thank you for joining GTN News tonight. A scary story for parents to hear. A babysitter charged with trying to smother a baby to death. That's our big story tonight.
21-year-old Tiffany Long faces child abuse charges. Police say a mother came home early to find Long smothering the baby in her crib with a pillow. GTN's Denise Toussaint has more on what happened.
She tells police she was just playing a game of peekaboo, but police say what 21-year-old Tiffany Long did to an 11-month-old baby girl under her care was no child's play.
The babysitter standing over the child with, an adult-sized pillow over the child's head.
Police say the child's mother, who knew Long for several months, employed her to babysit for a few hours while she was at work. The mother tells police she left work early and decided to come home, only to walk in and find her babysitter smothering her baby with a pillow. According to police reports, when the mother questioned the sitter, Long told her it's not what you think and asked her not to call police. We spoke to the child's mother, who declined an on-camera interview, but tells us, quote, "I just want her far, far away from my kids and other kids." Others we spoke to in the area say it's a scary thought.
It's just horrible. You trust your children with people you leave them with, and you don't think those things are going to happen.
I would call the police and I would severely press charges.
The Department of Child and Families say child abuse is more common in Alachua County than many may think.
We get more than 1,000 reports a year of child abuse in Alachua County alone. And of those cases, physical abuse comprises at least a quarter of those cases.
She adds it's more prevalent in cases like this where the abuser is not related to the child. Police say parents should thoroughly screen all potential babysitters.
Because they're watching your most precious asset. They're not watching a piece of property. They're not watching, even money. They're watching your children, and there's no, there's nothing that you can trade for that.
Denise Toussaint, GTN News, working for you.
Most people go to cemeteries to pay their respects, but the Alachua County Sheriff says one man had a different agenda when he visited Forest Meadow Cemetery late last night. GTN's New Yorker has this story.
It is supposed to be a peaceful place, but deputies tell us it was anything but that last night when they arrested a man for causing a disturbance.
37-year-old Titus Smokes is in deep trouble.
We had a witness across the street that saw a black male at the cemetery, was going from gravesite to gravesite, pulling up the vases, flowers, and throwing the vases and flowers on the ground.
Deputies say Smokes was caught red-handed trying to steal at least 28 solid bronze vases. Each vase is worth $300 apiece.
Deal with the price of bronze being precious metals being so high now that occasionally they do take those to a recycler and try to sell them.
Daniel Rogers, who's worked at the cemetery for 8 years, had to clean up the mess. He says those vases are a hot item for thieves.
It hasn't happened lately. They arrested the one who did it. They went down to the scrapyard and discovered who it was. I know in the state of Florida it's a big problem.
The sheriff tells us most recycling places won't buy cemetery items without a proof of purchase.
They've had enough experience dealing with those items that they realize those belong at cemeteries, and they're more than likely stolen items unless they have some sort of logical explanation.
The suspect has been booked at the Alachua County Jail and faces charges of criminal mischief and theft. Reporting from the Forest Meadows Cemetery, I'm New Yorker, GTN News, working for you.
The cemetery is offering to replace flowers or vases that were destroyed.
Alachua County commissioners revoke the permit of a controversial animal sanctuary. Nearly 700 cats were taken from the Haven Acres Sanctuary in June. The shelter's permit only allowed for 200 cats. Code enforcement investigators also found several other permit violations.
The owners of the sanctuary consented to this action. They actually wrote a letter to us agreeing to the action.
State's Attorney's Office could file animal cruelty or neglect charges against the sanctuary owners. Meanwhile, investigators just got the medical reports from vets who examined all those cats. They're putting together a complete report with all the evidence to submit to the state's attorney. They say moving quickly is critical. The sooner they're granted custody, the sooner they can get those cats into new homes.
Let's take a break for weather now.
All right, meteorologist Kyle Dennis joins us live from the Weather Center. What's going on out there tonight, Kyle?
Well, we topped out right around 92 degrees. We saw some showers and storms move through. No rain officially here in Gainesville, but we are seeing some rain in portions of Alachua County, especially the northeastern part of the county. Ocala saw some heavy downpours today, dropping their temperatures into the 70s. Most of the storms, though, focused up towards the north. I think that's going to be the case over the next few days. 75 degrees at 7 in the morning tomorrow, once again, topping out in the lower 90s, and thunderstorms dropping us to 89 by 5 o'clock. Brian?
All right, thank you, Kyle. An update now on a deadly crash involving a family of 8 from Georgia. Their SUV flipped on I-75 over the weekend. 2 of the children in the accident are now listed in good condition, up from critical. The driver was heading north on the interstate when his tire blew out and he lost control. 5 children were thrown from the SUV. A 63-year-old woman died in the accident. No one was wearing a seatbelt.
There's a new grocery store in town, but this one might be a little different from what you'd expect. 4 years in the making, the Citizens Co-op grocery store is open. The store offers all kinds of organic foods and local goods. One of the store's founders says it's a good fit for Gainesville.
It's been incredible, an overwhelming response of excitement, just in awe. A lot of people have come in and gotten a little teary-eyed, and they've been waiting for 3 years.
Coming up tonight at 11, GTN's George Solis takes a closer look at the store and finds out what customers are saying about it.
Tambry, get ready for more of the same.
Yeah, we've been hearing it all week. Meteorologist Kyle Dennis is back with his full First Alert forecast next.
Plus, the heat has plenty, feeling a little fried these days. More on this experiment when GTN News returns.
If you have a news tip, call GTN News at 331-4GTN or email us at news@mygtn.tv.
Big Brothers Big Sisters of Mid-Florida has been serving the children in our community for over 35 years. By providing positive role models to at-risk youth, we make a big difference, one child at a time.
My big brother helps me with school. My big sister listens to my problems.
Help us help these children.
This great cause needs your support.
Will you be my big sister?
Hi, this is Freddie Weeby, owner of the 8 Gainesville Domino's. We're proud that you've made us the #1 pizza choice. Big reason for our success is our advertising, like our decision to partner with the Gainesville Television Network and their GTN News. Our Domino's sponsorship of Joe Gervin's GTN Sports has helped us build our brand. Bottom line, Gator Domino's and GTN News both deliver.
Thanks, Freddie. Gotta go.
Hey!
From day one, I knew life would be different. Suddenly, I had someone else to think of first.
That's why I asked my doctor to complete the Healthy Start screening form. The screening pointed out risks that could affect our health.
Based on our needs, we received free helpful services like childbirth preparation, stress relief, and parenting classes.
I'm glad I asked my doctor to complete the Healthy Start screening form.
And it looks like I made the right choice for both of us.
Every baby deserves a healthy start. Ask your healthcare provider to complete the Healthy Start screening form.
If you have a story for GTN News, call the newsroom now or email us at news@mygtn.tv.
Hi, this is Freddie Weeby, owner of the 8 Gainesville Domino's. We're proud that you've made us the #1 pizza choice. Big reason for our success is our advertising, like our decision to partner with the Gainesville Television Network and their GTN News. Our Domino's sponsorship of Joe Gervin's GTN Sports has helped us build our brand. Bottom line, Gator Domino's and GTN News both deliver.
Thanks, Freddie. Gotta go.
Hey!
Working for you. GTN meteorologist Kyle Dennis with your First Alert forecast.
More of the same today. High temperatures in the lower 90s, scattered thunderstorms around, although they're ending a little bit early this afternoon. We could see a few more, though, as the evening progresses, but most of the storms are coming to an end. An area of high pressure up towards the north is going to continue to just sit in place, and that means more clockwise flow around to bring in these little disturbances off of the Atlantic, so we're going to continue to see that cloud cover moving east to west rather than west to east, and high temperatures right around 91. We made it up to 92 so far here in Gainesville, 89 in Cross City, 79 in Ocala. We're seeing a thunderstorm there right right now. You can see the difference in temperature. Look at Valdosta, 100 degrees, very hot up there. So it's actually hotter as you make your way towards the north. And that will also be the case over the next several days as well. Dew points way up into the 70s, 75 here in Gainesville. So not even seeing thunderstorms right now. So we're not even seeing any rain and dew point that high. It is still very, very muggy out there. Most of the rain is coming to an end here in Alachua County. Still a couple of lingering sprinkles up towards the north and east. And we're also still seeing a couple of showers and storms to the north and east as well. Most of the thunderstorm activity, though, is still focused over Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. And until this area of high pressure either moves to the east or sinks a little bit further to the south, this is what the radar will continue to look like over the next several afternoons. So as we make our way through the overnight hours tonight, the clouds break up just a bit. And you know the routine. Here we go tomorrow afternoon. Isolated showers and storms by 2 p.m. and high temperatures topping out right around that 92, 93 degree mark, and that will be the case again on Friday. Now, Friday afternoon, we do have to watch out for the potential for some slightly stronger storms as that area of high pressure shifts southward just a bit. We could see some of those heavier downpours sinking southward as well. You can see some yellows right around Tallahassee. We'll have to watch out for that. Now, right now, this model is showing most of the storms to the north and west and keeping us dry for the most part on Friday. But I do think if we are going to see any stronger storms this week, Friday would be our best chance. And as we make our way into the weekend, more of the same, but it's not going to be a washout. We will get occasional peaks of sunshine. For tonight, partly cloudy, a mild night, 75 degrees. That is it for the low. That's where our dew point is right now. 93 for the high tomorrow, more isolated storms and occasional sunshine, just like the last several days. Winds out of the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. That will keep us very humid with those dew points way up into the 70s. Friday, 93 for the high, 92 on Saturday. And this weekend, we do see a little bit more in the way of sunshine, especially compared to what we'll see on Friday. 94 for the high on Sunday. That's the hot day in the forecast. So there's your variety, 94 rather than 92 or 93.
We tease you because we love you, Kyle.
I can take it.
All right, thank you, Kyle. Well, it's been hot here, but even hotter in Oklahoma City.
The city has had several water main breaks like this one. When the 12-inch pipe burst, water shot up to 40 feet in the air, falling onto a restaurant. It's also so hot there, one man decided to have a little fun, trying to fry an egg on a windshield.
The dashboard temperature right now is about 181 degrees. And we'll see what happens to it. Gonna come back in a minute. Okay, it's been about an hour and 20 minutes now. I guess it's about the best it's gonna do. I'm gonna get a spatula and look at this and see if it's even remotely cooked. Looks somewhat cooked to me.
Yeah, but that is a long time to wait for breakfast. Temperatures in Oklahoma are expected to be in the hundreds all this week. Well, the heat is now off Cindy Anthony.
Yeah, what's not going to happen to her next on GTN?
This is GTN News, working for you in Alachua, Keystone Heights, High Springs, and Chiefland.
Big Brothers Big Sisters of Mid-Florida has been serving the children in our community for over 35 years. By providing positive role models to at-risk youth, we make a big difference, one child at a time.
My big brother helps me with school. My big sister listens to my problems.
Help us help these children.
This great cause needs your support.
Will you be my big sister?
Food poisoning is guaranteed to ruin any meal. Make sure it doesn't happen to you. If you cook meats in the oven, wash the thermometer each time you check the internal temperature, or you'll pick up bacteria every time you dip. Don't put cooked meat back on the same plate you had it on when it was raw. Choose pasteurized dairy products, and don't thaw meats at room temperature. Thaw it in the fridge or in the microwave instead.
Better Health with Dr. Oz is brought to you by Sunflower Health Foods.
Gotta be a better way.
There is with Bath Fitter. In just one day, Bath Fitter will turn your old embarrassing tub into something spectacular. Installed and ready to use, Bath Fitter installs a new acrylic tub over your existing tub. Plus, a one-piece seamless wall finishes your now perfect bathroom.
Call in Gainesville at 800-366-5937.
We're here.
awesome. What store did you go with for all of this?
We chose Electronics World.
We skipped the big box store and chose Gainesville's home entertainment specialist.
We wanted somebody who could install everything right the first time and hide the wires professionally.
In business since 1987, Electronics World is where Gainesville turns for cutting-edge home audio, video, and automation products, top quality installation, and dependable service. The possibilities are endless at Electronics World. Call 332-5608 in Gainesville and 351-4434 in Ocala. You're watching WNBW, NBC 9, a part of the Gainesville Television Network.
And news, working for you in Williston, Inglis, Steinhatchee, and Live Oak.
State prosecutors will not charge Casey Anthony's mother with perjury.
Cindy Anthony was suspected of lying in her testimony during Casey's trial. She told the court that she, not her daughter, searched chloroform on the family computer. Prosecutors previously argued no one but Casey could have made the searches because she was the only one home. But Cindy testified she was home that day. Cindy's former employers later testified she was at work when the searches were made. By the way, Casey Anthony will be let out of jail this Sunday. She was sentenced to 4 years for lying to police, but is getting out for time already served and good behavior.
Florida Governor Rick Scott's approval ratings have taken a hit since he took office in January, but he says he's not backing down from his agenda. The Republican says it's all part of following through on his campaign promises.
As you know, I ran a very specific campaign. And everybody knows exactly what I ran on. There are plenty of ads. Everybody knew exactly what they were voting for. That's what I'm doing. If you look at, if you look at what the federal government's doing, it's the opposite of what we're doing here. We have a balanced budget. We are not increasing our debt. We're reducing taxes. The grade is really jobs. I mean, I ran on getting the state back to work. So the positive is unemployment's dropped every month. The positive is in May we did 28,000 jobs. The rest of the country did 26,000. So that's a positive. The negatives, we still have 900,000 people out of work. So we've got to focus on this every day.
Florida's unemployment numbers have improved, but they're still more than a full point above the national average.
And Jeremy Moss is in next with sports as the U.S. looks to advance to the Women's World Cup Finals.
We'll have highlights plus reaction from a star player's former UF coach after this.
This is GTN News, working for you in Gainesville, Lake City, Trenton, and Archer.
Shannon Nelson, renowned author and experienced motivational speaker, will be in Gainesville to answer these questions and more. July 15th, meet Shannon and her team of highly respected speakers and successful entrepreneurs as you learn how to monetize your talent, release what's holding you back, and achieve personal and professional excellence. That's July 15th at the Best Western Gateway Grand. For more information, call 352-226-7206.
Improving a patient's quality of life is the greatest satisfaction I can get.
I like to educate my patients so that they can make their own decisions about their treatment.
I'm not just treating an injury or a condition, I'm improving a person's life.
The 24 fully trained, experienced specialty physicians of the Orthopedic Institute provide a quality of care that is truly patient-centered. We want you to achieve your wellness goals. We are dedicated to improving lives every day.
30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease. So start walking for yourself. Start walking with your family. Start walking with your friends. Start a movement in your community. Start walking. Start something. To join the movement, log on to heart.org/start and help start something now.
You're watching the 6 o'clock edition of GTN News on NBC 9. GTN Sports is brought to you by Gator Domino's.
I've been working at a Domino's store since 1986. I bleed for this company. But this carryout deal, ridiculous.
The deal is you can get large 3-topping pizzas for just $7.99 carryout Monday through Wednesday.
That's crazy.
I'm not crazy.
This pizza's worth at least twice what we're charging for it.
Customers wanted more carryout specials, so now we've got one that runs every week.
Every week?
Every week.
Patrick, I love you, but you're killing me.
This is GTN News, working for you in Hawthorne, Ocala, Waldo, and Stark.
The United States facing France today in the semifinals of the Women's World Cup. You had to wonder if the U.S. would have enough in the tank following its dramatic shootout win over Brazil on Sunday. Let's check out the action from Germany and a pretty spirited American crowd on hand. Not a lot of fans in the stands, 25,000, about half full. But in the 9th minute, the U.S. gets on the board. Lauren Cheney off the nice little cross from Heather O'Reilly. But in the second half, after France really dominated most of the match, they get a goal here as Sonia Pastor crosses it, and well, she gets it in the goal. It's 1-1. 79th minute off the corner kick. Abby Wambach with the header, again with the header, and a critical goal, putting USA up 2-1. Then the 82nd minute, just 3 minutes later, Alex Morgan, a beautiful shot here, deflects off the keeper and into the net as the U.S. goes on to the 3-1 victory and advances to the finals against Japan, which beat Sweden. Former Gator soccer great Abby Wambach coming up huge for the U.S. team in the World Cup. She scored 3 goals in her past 3 games, including today's goal against France. She obviously had that big one against Brazil on Sunday. The U.S. eventually won that match in penalty kicks. Becky Burley coached Wambach at UF in the late 90s. The Gator head coach says Wambach's play in Germany is inspiring the younger players.
Today we had our camp watching the game, and the kids were really into it. Of course, the staff was very into it. We were so excited. That goal was a huge goal again. I think she's just leading by example on the field and, you know, really stepping it up.
And Wambach is now tied for 3rd with Michelle Akers for career goals in World Cup play by the Americans. They both have 12. Major League Baseball resumes its season tomorrow as the clubs return from the All-Star break. They played the Midsummer Classic last night in Arizona. Let's check that out, where in the 4th inning, Adrian Gonzalez from the Red Sox, top of the inning in a scoreless game, must have thought this was a home run derby the day before. Kept his stroke going, and he pokes it for the solo shot, but not to be outdone. Prince Fielder, also a home run derby participant, smokes it to center field for the 3-run bomb, and the National League comes up 3-1. Heath Bell, relief pitcher for San Diego, you know, providing a little entertainment on the run-in. This is pretty typical for, well, that's not typical for a reliever, and he slides like a pitcher. They ultimately give it to the Beard, Brian Wilson, the Giants closer, in the top of the 9th, and he gets the game closed out as the National League wins, gets home field advantage in the World Series, and Fielder named the MVP of the game.
When you're focused on winning and your team's winning, you know, the personal achievements and all that will, you know, those will come. But if you're not winning, it's that much harder. So I think this year I just wanted to go in with the focus of winning because we have such a, you know, the best team I've been on.
The Fielder also has to be happy as his Brewers trade for Mets closer Francisco Rodriguez just a half an hour after the All-Star game. Milwaukee getting K-Rod for cash and 2 players to be named. So the Brewers, who sit tied with the Cardinals in the NL Central, trying to make a statement that they're in it to win it, as some politicians have said.
I'm loading up on a big arm. Yep. Close that one out. All right. Thank you, Jeremy. Well, how do you prove you own a runaway peacock?
No, it's not the beginning of a joke, but the end of a stressful couple of days. That story and one more look at the First Alert forecast next on GTN.
Working for you, on air and online. Log on to mygtn.tv for news anytime.
Want to get ripped? Want to get pumped? Want to get powerful? Then you need the Ab Roller Evolution, the intense ab sculpting workout system that transforms into a serious upper body trainer in just seconds to build lean six-pack abs, explosive arms, broad shoulders, and a massive chest. Start with gut-busting crunches that target your upper, middle, and lower abs at the same time with virtually no strain on your head, neck, or back. Twist your legs to isolate your side obliques and blast those love handles. Then add weights to accelerate your results dramatically and take your abs to the next level. But it doesn't stop there. Turn it over for punishing push-ups with an extended range of motion that won't strain your wrists. and complete your workout with deep dips to build tremendous triceps. Every exercise you need to get a lean, chiseled core, massive chest, and powerful sculpted arms in just minutes a day. So crank out those challenging crunches, pump out some serious push-ups, and tough out those tricep dips. You'll see impressive results in just 30 days, guaranteed. Order the Ab Roller Evolution for only 2 payments of $29.99. As a bonus, you'll receive 3 Evolution Express workouts designed to get you lean and ripped fast. But call now and we'll cut the price in half. You'll get the Ab Roller Evolution with 3 Evolution Express workouts for just 1 payment of $29.99. Take the Ab Roller Evolution Challenge, and if you don't see impressive results in 30 days, return it for a full refund. But you must call now.
Call 1-800-932-6001 or visit abroller.com to order the Ab Roller Evolution for only $29.99. This offer is not available in stores. Call 1-800-932-6001 or visit abroller.com to order now.
This is GTN News, working for you in Newberry, Cross City, Lake Butler, and Fort White.
You know, I'm amazed at how far cosmetics have come, especially foundation makeup. I remember when I first started wearing makeup, and that was a long time ago, it was a pancake type. It was so thick that once you got it on your face, it looked like an oil-painted canvas that had been left out in the sun too long. And once you got it on, it did not budge. In fact, to get it off, sometimes it came close to chiseling it off your face. Fast forward about 50 years and out they come with these mineral powders. Now that stuff is awesome. I don't care if your face looks like 8 miles of bad bumpy road. You put those mineral powders on and you could get on the cover of a magazine. And another thing I found, they're good for other parts too. I've got a friend that told me her legs look like a road map to Miami, and she puts those mineral powders on and voila, they're gone. That is until she showers again. Wow, I wonder what they'll be coming out with next. And this is Patsy Cook with another Spice for Life.
A Chicago family can thank a hot dog for reuniting them with their runaway peacock.
Animal control officers captured the bird named Fluffy after it was found wandering around. It escaped a local yard when someone left a gate open. Fluffy ended up on the news, and several people claimed they were the colorful creature's owner. So how did Fluffy's true family prove their link? Gilbert Baez told officials Fluffy loves hot dogs. He offered one and Fluffy gobbled it up. That was proof enough.
Back home safe and sound.
Thanks to the hot dog.
Thanks to the hot dog.
I wonder if it was a Nathan's or a Hebrew National or an Oscar Mayer winner.
Imagine if he was that picky. That'd be pretty funny. So,
yes,
not ignoring you.
Not much change over the next few days. I keep saying the same thing, but it's true. 93 tomorrow, 93 on Friday, more scattered thunderstorms. Saturday, 92. Now, about the most variety in the forecast comes Sunday. We warm up to 94, and then we drop back to 92 again on Monday.
Oh, sure. So the big change happens when you're not going to be here.
That's right.
I just had to throw that in there. Kyle, thanks. Thank you for watching tonight.
Have a great night.
Audiences just can't get enough of Suds, the rockin' 60s musical soap opera at the Hippodrome Theater. Whether date night, girls' night out, or a family staycation, everyone loves those favorite tunes from the 60s like Respect, Please Mr. Postman, and You Can't Hurry Love. So the Hippodrome is holding over through July. It may be hot outside, but the Hip is in the 60s all summer long. So put a smile on your face. Book your tickets now at 375-HIPP and thehip.org.
I've been working at a Domino's store since 1986. I bleed for this company. But this carryout deal, Ridiculous.
The deal is you can get large 3-topping pizzas for just $7.99 carry out Monday through Wednesday.
That's crazy.
I'm not crazy.
This pizza's worth at least twice what we're charging for it.
Customers wanted more carry out specials, so now we've got one that runs every week.
Every week?
Every week.
Patrick, I love you, but you're killing me.
In a world of injustice, there is one ruling force that seeks truth, no matter where it hides.
You were expecting someone else?
Judge Judy.
At 5 and 5:30 on Gainesville's NBC9.
You're watching WNBW, NBC9, a part of the Gainesville Television Network.